Hello, welcome back to BSLIVE. In this episode, I'm taking a look at the CSM. It's a CommonSenseMachine, a company that's basically using AI to create some kind of generated texture. And in this case, it's actually turning an image, a single image, into 3D. So it's quite interesting. I only tried this the other day. You can sign up for it at Discord and until you get the invite, and you can start to try it yourself. So it's not always perfect, but it's actually quite interesting. As you can see here, some image is actually generated using AI as well, like Midjourney or Stable Diffusion, and the CSM will try to, I think, generate 3D, try to create like a coherent it's gonna try to create like a multiple angle shots from different angle, and then try to generate texture that is coherent to this character. Sometimes the back part is more or less just like a little bit darker or under shadow. So these are some of the showcase by other artists to test this out. I actually tried as well, like in this one in the Discord channel under image to 3D. You simply upload your own image, and then you just type in like get 3D, hit tab, and then you drag and drop the image that you uploaded, and then you wait for 1 to 2 hours actually in order to get a result. As you can see from this robot, I believe this robot was generated at Midjourney by Damoxy, and so the AI seems to try to create the side views, the back view of this same character more or less, top view as well, and then somehow it can generate like a full rotation. And you check it out on the showcase. Oh, in this case, I'm just gonna type in my name. Hopefully I get something. Oh yeah, originally you can also use CSM to create 3D from video to 3D. Okay, yeah, I think these are some that I created overnight. I think the robot seems to work really well. The back side often like overshadowed. I mean, the texture is not perfect. It seems like something made out of voxel. So this is the 3D. The back view tends to be a little bit darker. I wish they are more evenly illuminated. Let me try downloading the mesh. So I will get this mesh.glb and I will open it using Blender. So let's investigate it. File, import, GLB, download. So this is the latest, import GLB, GLTF. So we got this robot. This is the mesh. Seems like medium resolution polygon. It's not low poly, it's medium. Look at it from the front view. The character is not always center and front. So the mesh out. If you actually want to rig this, for example, so it is, you can put it on the floor like that. I might need to smooth this, but take a look at the texture. Yeah, the back part is shadow. So robot. This robot, if you, of course, from the original image, it's generated using Midjourney based on some kind of text prompt. You can definitely try to model this yourself. Highly recommend it. If you use this kind of surface, you get this in 3D. You might be happy with this. Okay, I want to send this to Mixamo, or I want to rig it inside Blender, and we might get a like a character. I don't know if this could work. I will try file. I can try to export it to Mixamo. In this case, if we want to do something, let's take a look at the image texture. So this is the one that's generated. You can actually, I recommend you to maybe try to paint over this guy over here. But in Blender, paint tool is like super basic, but you can always paint it using your own style without losing all the original texture, I guess, because otherwise what's the point? Because currently, okay, this part may be a little bit dark. Okay, you go to this mode, texture. So if you think, okay, the back, I can paint the back a little bit better. Maybe use the clone stamp, maybe control click and then repaint. It's one way you can try to be doing, or just simply paint this yourself. I don't know. I think don't worry too much. I mean, you can always go back to the original one, the one that's being fully generated using AI. Maybe you're not satisfied with it, and you are thinking, okay, I can add a little bit more to this, add more personality instead of everything being generated. Well, I cannot right click. Okay, I can switch. Maybe keep it to color, and then you switch using X. I mean, it doesn't need to be perfect. If you can make it more perfect, you can keep continuing like refining it. I think the good idea is to perhaps to just draw the outline. Maybe you decided, okay, I will repaint pretty much everything. It's good for study, I guess, study of 3D mesh. If you're like a 2D artist and you want to start to get into 3D, you can start by doing like a repainting. I don't know, I think people actually do this as well, or you don't need to be like a professional artist. Sometimes people actually do this like some kind of hobby. I think if I see like people doing it like in Japan or in other countries, people actually do this. Just making this logo. You can even remodel. You can always remodel the character. If you think, okay, this is like, oh man, this is like fully generated, right? It's automatic. It's kind of nice as well. You can start you can rig and then you start animating it manually, or yeah, it's becoming like if you're an animator, normally you don't do the modeling anyway. Someone else doing it for you. In this case, the AI is generating the character and so on. Okay, if you're doing some doodle, don't forget to save it. Oh yeah, you need to save it properly. Blend, Robo, CMS, image file, save the blend as well. Back to object mode. Yeah, definitely at this point I will send it to Mixamo, or if you want to do like a test, export it out as GLB and reality converter. This is it's on Mac OS only at the moment. So you have this character that has been repainted. It's not finished, of course. You can actually do this on the app like Procreate as well. It's good for painting this type of robot. You can export it out as USDZ into your device, send it to your friend. Hey, look, I created this robot. Yeah, let's take a look at others. The video to 3D is also really, I mean, you have this today on your device or whatever. Someone, if you search around, I mean, it's also, the cat is an illustration, right? You can definitely and try to find a friend with a device that can do like a 3D scan. Okay, this is also interesting. I made this meditation robot using AI. Okay, the back part tends to be black. Okay, the AI doesn't really know what to do with it, but the 3/4 and the top view seems to be correct. So just the back, this is something that you can repaint it. I think it's clever. So it's basically you give the AI the front. This is what the AI generated, right? Using Midjourney or using Stable Diffusions. I will show it to you. I made this. Okay, this is Ronald McDonald. Look at this. This is the prompt. Sky full of stars, abandoned temple, handsome. Okay, I'm using my name. Meditation pose on the stone, tranquil, bloom core. Okay, this is the like some type of prompt that I created using Midjourney. This is the model that I'm using. If I use a different one, like fresh photorealism, and then randomize the seed, hit generate. This is the creation so far overnight. It's Ronald McDonald's on the stone. There's a few interesting one. This like this robot one, pretty strange. Okay, I tried with just robot wearing Vision Pro on some sort of VR goggles. It's very metaphorical. Robots that's turning human, and humans that seems to be turning more and more like a machine. Yeah, interesting. So it's becoming Ronald McDonald because I'm using this Laura by Adichipta. You can find this Laura at CMS AI. So you can train a certain character like McDonald's and then turn it into Laura, and the Laura can be used to recreate, regenerate artwork based on that. This robot also coming from I found this one interesting. The legs part is not perfect, but it's okay. It's really just like a concept. Let's download this. I really like this one. It's perfect, almost perfect. Doesn't need to be perfect. It's anyway supposed to be like a concept, but you can always 3D print it, which is, you know, it's fascinating the way it's sort of the workflow kind of changed a little bit. You can always create a concept yourself as your human artist. Okay, maybe your human artist is not always available. Okay, it's a robot in meditation pose. If you can sculpt this yourself, if you can make it better from this sculpt, like there's a lot of weird things, of course, it's not perfect. Blend meditation robot. CMS meditation robot. once again, the lighting is not perfect. You should, with the diffuse, you really want to equalize the color. Maybe just do like a repainting, but you know, like slowly repaint it. The holding, the back part, as usual, is not correctly generated. I mean, you can keep it shadowy with the shadow, but maybe smear. Yeah. And I don't mind the shadow actually. Might be a good idea to just keep some of the shadowing, self-shadowing. But look at this. Clone, control click and clone. What's the actual color of this robot? Maybe like a bluish. This is just like a quick ideas. Definitely doing a proper repainting is probably what you want. And then also fixing some of this with the sculpt tool. Oh well, the front looks nicely lit because there's the candle here, the stone. You can definitely just repaint the whole thing and then you don't have the candle anymore. The lighting, the shading that's baked into this based on the original artwork is pretty incredible. And you can always export it as GLB, USDZ for AR, those sort of things. Maybe, yeah, if you're like a more like a director or like a composition layout artist, right? You want to, you can study this type of thing like from your 2D image, 2D photo or 2D image, or like in this case the shoes from the side view become like a 3D shoes. That's actually quite something. Refresh. Enter. Doesn't work. Okay, maybe. Okay, maybe the API is no longer working. Oh, actually, yeah, it does still work. Got this octopus. In this case, okay, the glasses maybe is a little bit plain. The back side is actually quite decent in this case. File, import. You can always combine. Combine this. Floating octopus. Just the glasses probably need fixing. Save. Texture paint. Just do a little bit of cloning. So it's like in Photoshop, but you're doing it inside Blender. Just smear, soften it. You might think, okay, I can actually do a better job with the painting. I thought the right click can change the color. No. I have I have a, oh yeah, I have B Painter actually here. I can just use B Painter. Okay. If I use pink, it's like a bear, a Barbie kind of classes, shades, Barbie shades. Okay, this part is definitely weird. Something you can fix using Blender Sculpt. Pretty bad paint job, but however, it's still human made. You know, it's your, if you're doing repainting on this, okay, it's still your touch. You know, even though it's say okay, it's quite ugly, but still your own, which is a good thing. But you know, you just okay, it's up to you. You be the judge. Like, this is aesthetic enough or not. However, if you're confident, with it, why not? Keep trying. Maybe oftentimes like people's or like human mistake is actually to stop when they're thinking, okay, I can't seem to do it properly, I'm not talented enough, right? That's usually the case. You can't dance properly, you can't really solve a problems like math problem because you really cannot do it, but you are probably good with something else. If an artist actually like to, if they're a little bit obsessed with doing painting because they think they're really good at it. Yeah, some people really cannot paint. Some people are probably like really good at selling things, like a business person, have ideas. So, so really, it's finding what you're good at. Maybe you're not good with anything, but you just haven't really found it. So, okay, clone is our friend. Control click paint. Usually the problem is with the hard edge. You might be tempted to just use stable diffusion or dream texture just to use AI to actually do like repainting. But I mean, a clone, this is like using clone tool. I like this blue part. Trying to add some kind of randomness. I mean, even like human artists doing repainting, also they will invent or they will use tools that make their job easier. They need to automate some stuff, so they use this clone stamp tool and then do like proper repainting, smear or soften some areas that's like hard edge. Yeah, I think that's seems pretty okay. Let's say we are done with this. We just created compositions, right? This monk robot being disturbed by this AI octopus or something. Save as. We need to save this properly. Texture. There's also this octopus one. Actually, save as. This is octopus texture. Octopus. Now you learn little bit of texture management. This seems to be, the back of this robot is, the texture is a little bit ugly. You need to work on this. For example, we can try a few things. Give it some light. Okay, give light, sunlight. Take a look at this in render. I'm using Eevee at the moment. Ambient occlusion. Test this out. Okay, this is the light. Red color. Maybe this blue color. And create another light, which is area light. You might want to bake this new light as well. You can bake it or just keep it as it is and then render it out. Maybe the back part is too dark. So just, you want some highlight at the back, maybe. But like this, you can play around with composition and the lighting before you do like a final render. Maybe this octopus maybe too big. So here, if you're like a robot and you're doing meditating, very likely get disturbed by all kind of annoyance. I think this is kind of cute. Just duplicating this thing. So we are combining the ideas and composition in 3D. And you just need to stay zenful. Okay, so yeah, that's a really just quick experiment with this. Yeah, people basically uploading an image and then try to turn it into 3D with with Ronald McDonald here, for example. If I want to do this, I will try now. Go to my draw things, find the latest one. Okay, this is quite nice. It looks 3D. Quick actions, remove background. That's the first thing I do with Mac OS, iPad OS, iPhone. You can actually do this, and then you upload this into the bot, Discord bot. The CMS works inside Discord. If you cannot use Discord, it's not gonna work. Wow, okay. This is the image, and then I'll just do get 3D image URL, paste it on, hit enter. Seriously warming up. This may take a few seconds. Get 3D, and something magical happens. Okay, it creates this side view based on this, the back view. Oh yeah, this is cool. Seems to be working kind of nicely. It creates 1, 2, 3, 4 four angle from this 4 angle, and it's gonna try to interpolate and generate like some kind of voxel maybe, and create the actual 3D. But this takes quite a while, 1 or 2 hours, so I cannot just keep talking in this case. But you can see single image, multiple view, and it's gonna interpolate the 2D. Okay, like this is probably hard, but the AI will try anyway. So a good 3D artist can look at one single concept image and then recreate this, right? Human artist, 3D artist. I mean, in this case, like a the AI will generate it 1 to 2 hours. Human artists, really good ones, can do it that fast and with some precisions and details that you might need for your game, or I don't know. This is kind of nice, but just some ideas. It's all about customization, I guess, and how fast you can iterate on something nowadays. Okay, this character with a little bit of metalness and roughness seems to look kind of nice. File, export, JLB. For now, I like this, as AR, so reality converter. And after you create like USDZ, you can also bring it into Reality Composer or Reality Composer Pro for Apple Vision Pro. If you want to make contents, Apple Vision Pro is really for developer. I think in the near future we're gonna have the one for customers. It's gonna be more expensive, but okay, this is creations. Definitely with the robot I can do a little bit better with the painting here. Maybe start with the gray area and then start to add highlight and details that's mimicking the front view. Yeah, I'll try to do that in the meantime, but I just want to show you these super interesting things from CMS CommonSenseMachine service. Yeah, I think this is really cool in a way. I mean, you can use it the wrong way, like you can use it the wrong way, but if you do like original artwork using a little bit of AI to add variations, like your own original artwork that you scribble, and then you add details using AI, and then turning it into 3D, you actually have something quite decent, and then you can improve on top of that, like keep refining it. Yeah, I think that's a really nice process. And in this case, if you want to send robot to mix some more, like the one we have earlier, this robot, file, export as FBX. Sometimes it's gonna refuse it. Mixamo might refuse this, but I will try anyway. Okay. I think it might work if I get rid of the texture. File, export, FBX. Upload a character. The one with texture tends to fail. So upload a character without texture, and then we're gonna apply some of these animations. Auto rigger, okay, next. Chin, wrist. You can rig this yourself. Might give better result. I turn off symmetry in this case. Let's see what's gonna happen. That's the chin. 2 chain finger, that should be enough. Get this robot. We can always repaint this robot. Totally forget what the AI generated. So we have this decent sculpt. You just add rig. I even like this kind of imperfections that's being generated from CMS. You can always sculpt it a little bit more, just to add a little bit more details around the areas. Yeah, auto rigger seems to work. It's kind of nice. Now you can use this animation or just manually animate it or just rig it. So it's kind of like a back and forth thing. Pretty cool. Mixamo also have rigger for Blender. Okay, look at it. This is the hand seems to be there's like intersection, so we need to change this arm space of the character. You can download it or send to Aero, Adobe, you know, if you go into the Adobe environment. Anyway. Let's see. Okay, this guy. We want to see this with animations. File, import, FBX. Okay, look. You might be satisfied with this, maybe you're not, but it's still like something. Okay, yeah, so that's the whole process. Basically, it's quite incredible tools. Single image that might be something that you paint yourself or auto generated using AI, it can become a 3D and then you can rig it. It's incredible, basically. So hopefully you find it useful, like the whole process. You can perhaps get inspired. Okay, you decided, okay, you want to be like really good with 3D sculpting, 3D painting, 3D modeling, and you even learn rigging. You have to know a little bit of everything, and then after you rig it, you animate it. You might want to animate this, so use the Mixamo rigger. You can actually bring in like a rigger controller, so you can manipulate this character further. But yeah, the whole process is like this in the movie productions, and then you want to bring this into the whole scenes, like a movie scenes, add your own lighting, etc. So the AI kind of automated some of the process. You can sort of see the whole thing like roughly, but in order to make this like presentable, you should always add more. Like this is like maybe like 5-10% or less than that, you know, because it's automated. You can generate something out of this. You can direct it sort of. I mean, the animations, maybe in the future we can say, okay, AI make these robots dancing, or you know, you can do that maybe, but still adding your own touch, I still think it's quite something, even though it's not perfect. But if you add your own personality to the robots, then it's something that's beyond what the AI can do at the moment. Maybe in 10, 20, 30 years, it's going to be different again. But today, we get all the powerful tools, basically. Yeah, hopefully you find this useful. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Bye.